great day for football. I thought that our guys started out a little slow, but Texas State, I told you, their linebackers are really good. And I had said that earlier. They made a lot of stops on us on the run. Couldn't really ever break away in there. And then I thought the third quarter, we hit on all cylinders offensively and on defensively. And then the fourth quarter, we just kind of shut it down a little bit. Make sure everybody stays healthy. We need to play some young guys that will play 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th game when we're hopefully making a deep run into the Pac-12. So I was, of course, I would have liked to start out a little bit better, but I was pleased with how we came out in the second half. That showed a lot to me. Yeah, we just stuttered a little bit here and there, and then the second half I felt like Steven sat in the pocket, was able to see down the field better, make some throws. Our line held up, and we were able to run, mix it, and we got to play at a high tempo. I thought that was the difference, that and then in the first half. I think we kind of sputtered a little bit and kind of got out of the pocket a few times when we didn't need to. And, we're still, he's still pretty young in there, but I thought he made big strides in the third quarter. I thought he really made big strides.
Coach, we keep talking about Isaiah Oliver and his improvements.
But
just what is it that he's gotten better at this year?
Well, he's basically always been close to that good. Really, he's just gotten stronger and faster and gained weight and more confidence, and he's out there all the time. Our other two guys that played last year, Kello and Cheeto, will both be starting, I think, tomorrow or playing a ton. So they're really good, and we had him too, so we just mixed it. But I've always thought Isaiah was a phenomenal corner. Not a great one, a phenomenal one. I think he's special. And but he has gotten bigger and stronger and more confident. And he's kind of seen everything now that could happen to him. And, he has great ball skills. The thing that I've always said that makes a DB, to me, excellent, especially at corner, is can he play the ball in the air? Can he knock the ball away from a guy? Can he make the pick? Can he finish the end of the route? There's so many guys who can do it, but it's the end of the route that matters because that's what everything happens. And it's kind of like the point guard or the forward. Can he finish at the hole? Some guys, they can just finish. How did he just make that? They just make it, and some they do everything, they can't finish it. He can finish plays, and that's what makes him special.
Coach, Steven and Lindsey sounded pretty confident that this offense will get rolling. It's just a matter of these first few games.
Yeah.
What's going to be the key to get that offense rolling?
Well, I think just being consistent. I mean, we had 430 yards and 37 points. We hit a couple throws here and there. We would have had 50, and we would have had 600 yards. So it's just off a foot. A misread here, a misblock there. We'll get that, and you're seeing glimpses of it, and we'll get that. And the other thing is, you're going to have those situations. We just got to, when we have a bad play, we got to regroup from it. But I tell you, the thing that the offense has done really well, I think is overlooked, is when we're backed up, we don't blink there. We take it and go score. We don't just think, oh, we're going to have to punt. We've really done a great job of being backed up in the last two games. And I don't care how good a defense you are. If you got 95 or 92 yards to go, and we've done that, I think, 3 times in 2 games, that's pretty good. So when we do that, that shows you can put it together. We just do it more often, and we'll have a good. We do have a good offense, and we'll have an even better one as the year goes along.
You talked about Isaac Miller.
Yep.
But your left tackle situation with Jeremy being out, how much has that disrupted your offense at this point, and also having to go to your
I would say that it's disrupted our offense a little bit, and then having George out's disrupted our offense when we play with a tight end, and though Chris Mounds has done well, we had some things so when we get those guys back, I think that definitely will help our offense. And when you lose a left tackle for a game, 2 games, that is a really good player, and he'll be back. He'll be back. Him and George will be back this week, and so we're excited about having those guys back, and I think that'll definitely help our offense.
How valuable has Evan Worthington's versatility been for you guys defensively?
Can he fly or what? He's always been like that, but he's just gone to another level. Maturity is an interesting thing, isn't it? When young men mature and people mature and they see what they can be, and now they're doing it. It's always exciting to see. And Evan does so much for us. I told y'all laughed at me when I said he'll kind of remind you of Cheeto, and he does. He's that fast, that athletic, and he's not a corner like Cheeto could be, but he's a nickel safety blitzer like Cheeto was. And so he's a big added for us. And I don't think anybody saw that coming. I have, but he's a really, really good player.
At least the talk where we are, there's a lot of concern in the offense. Is there concern with you guys as what's going on offensively right now?
I mean, I don't think there's any concern, to be honest. I think like Isaiah said, it takes a couple weeks to start clicking, and I think we're just starting to kind of get that chemistry going in the offense. I think a lot of the problem with the offense not getting going in the first half was definitely my fault. I think I was getting out of the pocket way too soon, and I think that we cleaned that up in the second half and started sticking to the pocket. On the sideline, Tyler Lytle was saying to me, he was like, just pretend you're me, because Tyler's not a very good runner, and it's kind of known through the team. And so he said to me, he was like, just pretend you're me for a second and just stay in the pocket, because I can't run, and then you'll start delivering the ball. And then sure enough, I just took his advice, stayed in the pocket, and that's what started happening. I'll tell you that defense is nasty. I'll tell you that Isaiah Oliver is one of the best corners in the nation. That's what I'll tell you. I like our defense to do big things as the year goes on. I think they're very, very, very good. I think they were very underrated before the season started.
Are you that good?
Yeah, I would say we are. What Coach Elliott has brought, what Coach Ellis has brought, Coach Brown, I mean, they understand the system, they understand the defense. We play fast, we play as hard as we can every single play. So if that's something we'll be able to keep up, then that's great. Going in from onto the season, obviously it's not realistic to give up 0 touchdowns for the entire year. But, I mean, anything that our offense gets, one catch, one big run, I mean, we take that to heart. So we try to prevent anything from happening.